Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Broadcasted from Konami HQ in downtown Tokyo, it's the world-renowned Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
Okay, everybody, welcome to episode number 7 of the MGS4 Integral Podcast. I'm here with Aki Saito.
Hi, everyone.
And Kenny Maizumi.
Hello.
And my name is Sean Icestone. And today we're continuing at the Eastern Europe Midtown stage. And we're continuing from 2 weeks ago at the Midtown Northwest Sector. So you should have just...
Why are you whistling? Well, this is a whistle section, remember? There's something called the whistle.
Do you remember, my mother has always told me, don't whistle during nighttime.
Yeah. There's a saying, kind of a famous kind of saying, that don't whistle outside at night in Japan because snakes will come out.
Snakes will come out. Really?
Yeah.
Not solid snake, right?
No. I don't know why, because we don't see snakes in Tokyo. Not so much. But my mom, well, Ken's mom as well, every mom will say, don't whistle at night.
So that's like a common thing for Japanese parents to say to their kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you whistle at night, snakes will come out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you have the same kind of stuff?
I'm not sure about America, but in Hawaii we have something similar, where if you whistle at night, we say spirits will come out. So it's not good to whistle at night.
That's more scary.
Yeah, but, in movies and things like that, right? Like a musical movie.
Well, yeah, I think there are a lot of scenes in movies and stuff where people are whistling at night. So in the mainland U.S., whistling at night isn't really a bad thing, I think, for most Americans anyway.
Well, don't worry.
I think it's more of a Hawaii thing.
Well, even in Japan, a lot of people whistle at night. Doesn't really matter too much. Anyways, nothing to do with Eastern Europe. Well, let's go. We're in the actual canal.
Yeah, so right now we're in the canal. You should have just come through that load point that we went through a couple weeks ago. And you just came out from the tunnel. And you'll hear the helicopter up above you. And last week we introduced that there was a surface-to-air missile that you could use to shoot down the helicopter. But for those of you who want to get through the stage without actually, killing anybody or causing a lot of damage, what you can do is you can actually equip a silenced sniper rifle, such as the VSS, which we picked up in South America a few weeks ago. And what you want to do is aim at the searchlight
Of the helicopter?
Of the helicopter. And you can actually shoot this out. It's kind of hard to get a clear shot because the helicopter's moving around. But if you can get a shot at the searchlight... Okay. So it may take several tries, but if you can get a clear shot at the searchlight, you can actually knock it out.
Wow. I didn't know this.
You didn't know this?
No. I didn't think I had a VSS at that time.
You can use other guns as well. It's just that they'll make a lot more noise.
Yeah,
so people will be more likely to find you. And we can move on. Okay, so now that searchlight is out of the way, we can cross over to the other side of the canal. And on the northern side of the canal, if you cross over and take a left,
you should be able to get intel on the resistance
now, even if you use a silent sniper rifle, there's a good chance that, some people may come because you may trigger a caution phase. So just go ahead and put them to sleep. And proceed to the left, you'll see a ladder near the bridge that passes over the canal. And what we're going to do is we're going to climb up this ladder.
Okay.
Okay, then once you get to the top of the ladder, you'll see a doorway directly to your right. And there's like a double doors that are open. So we want to head into here. And you kind of enter this narrow alley. And then at the end of that, there's another gate that's closed this time. At first glance, it may seem like this is a dead end. But if you round the corner, to the left, there's like a small little area you can walk to. If you go to your left and look at the wall behind the door, there's actually a little hole here that you can crouch down and go through. And so when you're tracking, one of the resistance members, it's possible that he may actually come this way. And when he does, if you ever lose sight of him, a lot of people may think they lost him because they can't pass through the door. If you just go around the corner here, you can see that there's actually this small little hole that you can crawl through.
So I guess there's no cheating whatsoever of the resistance route
where
he is going.
So yeah, he never warps or just magically disappears.
So there is a way that
there's
he got
always a
behind
way.
that door.
Right.
I see.
And this also is based on reality. According to the design team, when they went to Eastern Europe, they actually saw this type of weird hole in the wall.
Really?
Well, they didn't know what it was for. You know, it's just kind of there. It's not a door. You know, it's too small for a normal person to pass through without crouching. But it was there, and so you know, it kind of struck them as just being really unusual, and they wanted to put it in the game because of that. So here it is. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to crouch down and head through this hole, but use caution because once you get out on the other side, there are a couple of PMC guards on your left. So as soon as you pass through the hole, turn to your left, and then look to the north, and you'll see a pair of PMC guards in the street. So let's just go ahead and put these guys to sleep. Okay. And then once those guys are asleep, you can head out to the street and then look to the left. You should be facing north. You'll see a staircase heading up, and to the right of that is a trash can.
A green trash can,
right?
yeah.
And so, you know, people may not remember that there are trash cans in the game, you know, because the last one that you saw was probably in Middle East. Yeah.
Act 1.
Right. So, you know, you went through all of South America without ever seeing one, but you come to Eastern Europe and once again you have trash cans. So if you're ever spotted and you need to find a place to hide, you can always climb to one of these trash cans. All right.
But these are definitely different looking than the Middle East ones.
Yeah, and that's something too. You know, they were actually modeled after European trash cans also, so different from the Middle Eastern trash cans. All right, so next what we want to do is head up the stairs that are to the left of that trash can. And when you get to the top of the stairs, take a left.
Yeah, you're on kind of a balcony kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll see another set of stairs going down on the other side of this balcony. So head down these stairs. And then when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you'll see on your left-hand side, well, there's a bench, and then there's a bookstore display case.
Yeah.
So what we want to point out is actually in this bookstore display case. If you go into first-person view and look at this display case, you may notice some things that most people probably missed. In the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see someone who probably looks familiar. Well, it's really low res, so maybe you don't recognize him, but that's actually Otacon. You can kind of see from his profile. Another thing that, you know, like really hardcore trivia buffs may get a kick out of is that one of the development team is actually featured on one of these books as well. So if you look at the center row above Otacon and count to the fourth book from the right, the cover to this book features our lead artist, Negishi-san.
Oh, this
and
small book kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a small book. It's the fourth from the right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a blurry photo of someone standing there. He's actually holding a drink and drinking. It's really hard to see.
Wow.
But, you know, for the really crazy trivia buffs, this is actually our lead artist.
But this is very, very rare.
Yeah, it's a
rare
very
trivia, but you know, who will be happy about it?
Well, a lot of fans, a lot of Metal Gear Solid fans are.
But you know, they don't even know what kind of face.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's true. But this is
Maybe his family will be happy about this. You know, my dad is on.
Actually, maybe his family will not even notice this picture.
You know, the funny thing is, Negi-san himself didn't notice this picture. You know, the artist who actually made this stage kind of told him that he was actually in the stage. And
well, you know, we have to find some like pictures for the books. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't have a choice.
Yeah. So they decided to choose him, and so he's in here.
Without him knowing.
Without him knowing.
That's sweet.
Okay, so that's the bookstore display case. Just a bit of trivia for the real trivia buffs. And so from the bookstore, turn around, and here the road splits. You'll see the road where the two PMCs are, and then there's a truck next to that, and then there's another road that angles off towards the north.
Down.
Right, and kind of heads down a slope.
Yeah.
We're going to take that road that heads to the north.
Okay.
Okay, so as you near that road, you'll come to another load point. That goes to the Midtown North Sector. And so we're going to jump in here, and we'll see you on the other side. Here, and we'll see you on the other side of the load.
Okay, we're in the Midtown North Sector.
Alright, so you come out in the Midtown North Sector, and as soon as you come out, you'll see a couple streets ahead of you, one kind of angling off to the left, and another one to the right. So take the one that heads to your right. And as you walk forward, you'll see an alley on your right, near this Golden Fish restaurant.